Typically, I'll start my day by brewing a cup of coffee. I don't have a lot of coffee during the day. I'll just have one small cup. I love the way that the house smells. So I've got my coffee from the Dominican, a little bit of macadamia milk. I don't add sugar. This pot just brewed. There. That's pretty much it. And my morning is ready. Time to get into breakfast. Next up, I need my morning carbs, and I'm going to keep them clean. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't eat carbs and anything like that. It's Quaker oats. They're plain. They're not sugared. You could pretty much use whatever you want. You could use steel cut if you want to prepare it for a little longer. I use, each of my scoops here is 1/3 cup. So I just use 2/3 of a cup of dry. Pretty simple. I'm going to put some water in there. I like it a little runnier. Throw it in the microwave for a minute and a half. You might have to do it in segments, otherwise if you don't add enough water, what it'll do is it'll actually bubble up and overflow and make a mess. And then when I'm done, I just cut in half a banana and I let that sit for probably 5 minutes just so the oats absorb the water. While that's in the microwave, I get over here and I fry up a couple eggs. I have this water boiler, which is kind of handy. Starts out with really hot water. So basically I fill it up with about that much. So this is roughly the consistency that it starts out with. And up into the microwave. While the oatmeal is cooking in the microwave, I usually like to make myself, I don't have egg whites today. Normally I'd do 1 egg white and 1 egg. Maybe 2 egg whites and 1 egg. Today I don't have the egg whites, so I'm just going to do up 2 eggs. Decided I wanted to eat them scrambled today, so I'm gonna smash them all up. I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on it, nothing major. So the eggs took no time at all, and I can make a mess. At the same time, the oatmeal should be done. Excellent. That's the consistency. Gonna add a little bit of macadamia milk as well, just to make it a little bit runnier, and cut in the bananas. A little bit of macadamia milk. Stir it around. Cut in roughly half a banana. Gonna let that sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna down my eggs, and this guy will be ready. There you go. There's my first meal of the day. Pretty simple. That's like 6 minutes worth of prep, and I had to use a camera, so it can go quicker for you. Springtime's here and the weather's pretty deadly right now, so why would I be cooking inside? This is my usual prep. So I got like a dozen chicken breasts, which I've filleted, and then some sirloin. Gonna throw that on the barbecue here. Easy meal prep. You know, other than that airplane flying by, this is quite a relaxing way to, spend some time. Just be outside when it's quiet, do some grilling, healthy eating. Yeah, rather enjoy this. Just a few minutes and you're done. Anybody can meal prep. If you say you don't have time, how is it you can wait for your overpriced skip order? There you go. Healthy eating is actually a lot easier than eating crap. So there you go. Meal prep is that easy. It's very easy to eat healthy if you want to make that kind of choice. And then I can use this for the next 3-4 days in different types of meals. One of my daily filler meals when I don't want to have a full meal, but I'm really hungry, and being hungry when you're training is one of the worst things ever. So I'll just take like 3/4 cup of plain organic yogurt. Sometimes I'll throw in some granola. This time I just use some all bran buds and some all bran uh, fiber kind of thing, just because we eat so much protein and got to keep everything moving. So this is a kind of like a interim feeder meal kind of thing, so you don't get too hungry or your glucose doesn't drop too much and have you feeling like crap. So you caught me on a really heavy lift week. I don't usually eat a lot of red meat. It only comprises maybe about 15% of my protein comes from red meat. But on the weeks, like basically every third week, I'll lift as heavy as possible, safely. And during that week, every second day, I will eat a lot of protein. I don't follow the typical just eat a pound or, a gram or a gram and a half or 2 grams of protein per pound of lean body weight. Every second day, I'll up my protein. And then on weeks when I train really heavy, every second or third day, I'll have a really big protein day. So this beef was 800 grams pre-cooked weight, and I just put it over. Usually, I love spicy foods. I put it over some spicy Korean noodles, but you can also I like to do it over udon as well, stuff like that. You caught me during a heavy week, so this is kind of not really an added meal, but I won't eat this all at once. Like, this is pretty substantial, but I'll eat probably half of it and then nibble on it throughout the day. This is my midday meal, the day after I do my heavy lift days, like say something like legs, or when I do a heavy chest day or something like that, or compound movement day. That's what this is for me. So you're catching me on a day like that. And I put it in the slow cooker, so you get like it's super soft. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a princess when it comes to the food I eat, so I make sure it's cooked really well. All right. So like I said, that's a midday meal for me, which is usually about 2 in the afternoon. Quick pre-workout meal. Cooked up a dozen shrimp. Gonna work out in about 90 minutes, so this will be some nice clean protein, and then I'll do a protein and carb meal after the workout. This is what a typical post-workout meal looks like for me. I got about a cooked cup of white rice, and then about a cup and a half of, the barbecue chicken that I grilled up, along with either sirloin or tenderloin. And I just store it like this. It's easy to just grab a bunch, toss it in, toss it in the microwave, throw on some hot sauce, throw on what I like to put on is sesame oil, but make sure you're not putting a bunch of sauces on that have sugars and stuff like that, because that's kind of counterproductive. Final meal of the day before bed is kind of like one of my during the day meals, except I cut it down from a cup of white rice to 3/4 cup of white rice and some sirloin, some chicken, and I just put an egg on top. Yeah, and that's how I round out my day. That's basically what a day of eating for my type of training looks like. This will obviously change a little bit as we change the reason that we're training. Let's say we wanted to add more mass. We would eat differently for that. But for my current way of training, I want to lean up and get stronger. And this diet is working very, very well. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, feel free to shoot me a message and we can discuss options that are right for you.